And then we also brought up the toilet because we had referred that into public safety, thinking that it was a public safety project. We were told it is not a public safety. While it might have public safety implications, public safety is, not in charge of putting in the toilet. And so I have communicated with President Coughlin that the committee would like some direction on that, or council needs direction on that. What department is in charge of this from the administration?
Director Riley, I know I talked to you the other day about where that $10,000 ended up.
Yeah, the funding source is actually in the city council's budget where it landed, but again,
Okay.
who's gonna implement? It's still general fund money, but it's in this council budget.
Okay, so that wasn't there. Okay, good to know. So on that item, if you're looking for direction from, well, so public safety doesn't have a recommendation on what to do. We have public work, which sounds like you haven't, but.
Is it
Sorry.
okay if I ask?
Well, no, public safety does not have a recommendation. It has not gone through. We were gonna discuss it and there was a lot of pushback. It's not really. Where's its home? It's not, if it's council budget, does that mean we do the work to make it happen? What I don't understand, it's council's budget. What does that mean in answer
That's in
to?
our budget.
Can I do some clarifying on this issue? So we've been told in
Yeah,
in the
quickly.
past that it was going to be in a different, that it wasn't going to be in the public safety arena, and also our chiefs don't want to manage it, right?
Right.
The direction from council, right? We said we're going to refer it to public safety, but we don't have, but then Mayor Wheeler, do you have any idea where, which department you're going to assign this project to? And understanding that you do want us to come to meet with stakeholders to discuss this issue, like Marvin Williams, et cetera.
Yeah, the program's set up, it's ready to go. Meeting with, as we do with programs, meeting with the neighbors down there. They'd like to meet with council leadership to learn more about this program.
Sounds good. So are you gonna bring something to present to council on how to implement this, or if it is in council's budget, I believe we need to give approval on the funding, spending the funds?
I'll leave it up to you to reach out. If you want to reach out to the leadership, I can set you up a meeting.
I'm sorry, Mayor, I heard you have a proposal on how to implement
The
Yeah.
proposals includes outreach. And so we met, there was a lot of pushback from the neighborhood about location and about unintended consequences. So since it's not my program to administer, I felt it was important for you to hear it because this is your program.
So the outreach was conducted by the mayor's office. But it's a council project.
Yeah, we definitely have some separation of
Yeah.
powers. So Mayor, I just want to be clear. Do you have a proposed location and way to spend the money? Am I hearing that correctly, or is that not the case?
There's I think at this point, it's going to be better to hear from the public. So I don't have a proposal
Okay,
yet,
so you don't have a proposal to spend the,
where to
10,000.
locate it, I think the public needs to weigh in like we do with all of our processes that we bring forward. We give the public an opportunity to weigh in.
no, yeah, please. I would like
Okay, but
suggestions on a path forward for
be
this
fair,
because we're
Mayor.
kind of at an impasse.
To be fair, Mayor, when we do receive public comment, that's after we have a proposal. And so I guess
Yeah.
specifically, which department will handle this? Will it be Public Works or will it be Public Safety?
Public safety
Public
or
Safety,
actually, it's going to be public works.
Public Works will manage this project.
Oh, as far as the, changing out the whatever toilet paper and stuff like that. Yeah, that'll be public works.
Okay, so it is in council budget, but the department that's going to be in charge of this is Public Works. So so this needs to go through, so that we did not discuss this specifically because we didn't want to breach quorum, okay?
Hmm.
So we are sending this issue to Public Works and it should be on your agenda.
Or if you just,
Okay.
to me, sorry, for a procedure, yeah. So the suggestion is to send it to Public Works and, yeah, which I agree with then, if it's at the proper department.
And that's my
Okay.
report.
Thank you. No, thank you. Yes, Michael Diva. Input on that.
Yeah, I just want to, it seems like we're all sort of surprised how this is coming together, and this is exactly how I remember the discussion coming out of budget. That the council decided that public safety, even if it's only the 3 council members on public safety,
Mhm.
we're going to come up with a plan to move this forward. So I don't know who on public safety, well,
Yeah, no,
that's it is, and I remember
That's
the
my-
administration all kind of doing not it, because it's not a good fit. We don't do a lot of social service programs. So now if we want to kick it to Public Works, we can, but who's deciding that? Again, I feel like now public safety just did a not it,
Yeah, I
and then-
agree.
and-
I agree. It's getting
and-
punted around. So
yes.
I like that suggestion of study session, come up with ideas. Yeah.
That was Attorney Fennell's suggestion, bring it to the larger group. So I think then that's what we need to do is kick
Yeah.
it around through study
Keep the
session
next one.
again. And it's not that we don't want to play not it, it's that our people who are staff people that were there were saying, we don't want to do this. Right? And so thank you very much for your pushback on that.
No, understandable, yeah. Quinn, you have anything to add, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah,
and both
yeah,
of us
as-
switch to
as
study
the-
session.
As the
Like
third
Quinn's the last
member
person.
of public safety who was there. I think what might be helpful is and I don't know, I don't want to put more on Attorney Fennell's plate, but another just clarification of separation of powers and once we fund something, which is the legislative power, does that get kicked into the administration? And we don't really have a control of priority or when it gets done or anything like that. And I was thinking the exact same thing that Michael brought up, like this was something that some folks on council were very, very passionate about, and it seemed like a pet project and they were going to run with it. And now it seems like it's being punted. So what I think needs to happen is a little bit of clarification, maybe from the city attorney, of whether or not, like, just because we fund something, is it going to happen and how much control does council have? Abstracting it, there's other things, right? We've funded the DEI position. There's discussion about how much council is involved in that role versus the administration. And I just want to make sure that those abstract rules are being applied consistently through whatever council is funding. I don't want to, create a separation of powers issue and get into the mayor's business. But I also want to make sure that when we are funding something and taking something on, we understand what that actually means. So it seems like there needs to be a little bit of clarification around some things.
Thank you. Well said. So let's put that, I'll work with Attorney Fennell and work on that for Fennell for the next study session. That sounds good. All right, thank you. It'll be very helpful considering, large number of items, not just this one, but it's just good to be clear. All right, moving along, other regional and other committees / boards, quick briefings on anything that affects council. ARCC, go ahead, yep, get up transit, et cetera. Go ahead.